Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video, and welcome to my NFL 2017 Week 4 picks. Week 3 went 8-8, a lot of upsets. You know, the Bills losing to the Broncos, Steelers losing to the Bears, Dolphins losing to the Jets, and the Baltimore Ravens getting destroyed by the Jags, which the Jags have played well this year. And it's all predicated on how well Bortles played. But we're 8-8, reminiscent of week 1, not too good. But I start out this week, Thursday Night Football. Chicago Bears lose 35-14 to the Packers, which I picked the Packers on Twitter if you follow me up there. But let's quickly get into the picks, trying to get them out the way really quick. 9:30 Eastern Standard Time in London, New Orleans Saints play the Miami Dolphins. It's always tough to get up that early and play a game. You saw Baltimore didn't really show up for their game. The Saints, they looked good last week against the Panthers. You're playing against one, the defense is playing against one of the worst offenses in football. They looked better. So, what you can get out of that game, Saints defense still sucks, but their defense is better than the Panthers offense. That's what I got out of it. The Dolphins, they've played well. Really bad loss last week against the Jets. It was a division rival, but Jets aren't that good. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. I feel as though they can get some stops. They can get some pressure against Drew Brees, and it's tough. You're going overseas early in the morning. That's gonna be a tough game to play for a team that really doesn't travel too well in the Saints. So give me the Dolphins in this one. Start of the 1 o'clock games. Tennessee Titans head to Houston to play the Texans. I like the Titans. I like that running game. I like that offensive line. The defense. The defense can get off the field. Mariota, he as long as he doesn't lose them games, he's gonna get to a point where he's really gonna have to be able to make the accurate throws down the field, get him some big yardage, and really kind of, at some point take over the game. But at this point, it's the running game. The running game is what they want to do the most. The Texans played a really close game against the Patriots. Problem is, I don't like the offensive line. Running game is almost non-existent. I do like the defense, although that final drive against the Patriots, but I like the Titans in this one. Next game, Jacksonville Jaguars head to New York to play the Jets. I like the Jaguars, and every time I pick these guys to win, they lose. When I don't pick them, they win. Well, at least this early in the season. But I like them to go up against the Jets with that defense. You saw how bad they made the Ravens look. Although you can honestly say the Ravens offense isn't that good, but that Jacksonville defense is legit. If you have not seen them, go out and watch. Just go back and watch some footage. And I'm sorry, there's a siren in the back. And what else if you can hear it? But give me the Jaguars in that one. Next 1 o'clock game, the Carolina Panthers head to New England to play the Patriots. I'm gonna be quick, man. The Panthers overall, they got exposed defensively. Defense didn't look good against the Saints. Now you're going up against Tom Brady and a better offense with better weapons. Offensively, they looked the way they looked all season, like trash. And you made the Saints defense look good, getting 3 turnovers. Give me the Patriots. The Patriots are gonna run up the score. I don't honestly see how the Panthers win this game. So I'm picking the Patriots. Plus, I'm trying to get as long as we get Shula and Rivera up out of there, I think that's a plus. Next game, Detroit Lions, who got robbed last week, head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. I like the Lions. It's a division game, and it's definitely going to be tough. And the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, X Factor. Case Keenum had a good week last week. I like the Lions secondary. I think that secondary is underrated. But I think I'm trying to think. Okay, the Lions don't really have a running game. That could be a problem because At that point, the Vikings can just pin their ears back and really go after Stafford. I like the Lions to win this. It's going to be a tough game. That Vikings defense is good. But I like the Lions in this one. Next game, Buffalo Bills head to Atlanta to play the Falcons. The Bills, they won a trap game. That was Denver's trap game. They really played down to the competition. But you got to give them credit. They went out there and won. But I like the Falcons. Way too many weapons offensively. Of course you got Matt Ryan. Of course Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman. I like the Falcons, and their defense still solid. They can get turnovers. I like the Falcons. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers head to Baltimore to play the Ravens. I just can't pick the Ravens, man. Joe Flacco had 28 yards passing. The score last week was 44-7. They were terrible. This is against the Steelers, and it is a normal time game. It's not in London. It's not 9:30 in the morning. Well, at least for Eastern Standard Time. So it won't be as bad. But I just find it hard to even lean the Ravens' way. I got the Steelers in a low-scoring game. That's really the history of that matchup. But I got the Steelers in that one. Next 1 o'clock game, another AFC North division game. Cincinnati Bengals head to Cleveland to play the Browns. Both teams haven't looked good. The Bengals' offensive line hasn't looked good. Defensively, average. I feel as though they have more talent on their team than the Browns. The Browns, you got a rookie quarterback. Doesn't really have a great team around them. Not a great defense. I like the Bengals in this one. Last of the 1 o'clock games, the St. Louis almost did it. The Los Angeles Rams head to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Rams, very high-scoring game against the Niners. Gave up a lot of big plays. But I like the defense. Offense has improved a lot. Jared Goff is making the throws. Cooper Kupp. Sammy Watkins. Todd Gurley, the offensive line, has done a better job run blocking. Cowboys, defense hasn't looked as good outside of some players that you can point out. Offensively, the offensive line hasn't been as good. They're still good, but they haven't been as good, especially as they were last year. It's tough. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, but don't be surprised because the Rams, you can honestly argue it's tough. I'm going to stick with the Cowboys. The Rams are definitely an improving team. Start of the 4 o'clock games. The Philadelphia Eagles head to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Almost did it. I like the Eagles. I feel as though they're going to be able to get pressure on Phillip Rivers. The Chargers defense isn't that good. And like I said, the offensive line for Phillip Rivers isn't that great. Eagles have been playing well on both sides of the football. Carson Wentz is having a pretty solid year. Well, he's having a pretty good year. He's moving around. He's making the throws down the field on the move. I like the Eagles in this one. Next game, New York Giants head to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. Giants played better last week against the Eagles. Lost to a 61-yard field goal. That's unfortunate. And, Eli played better. Odell Beckham played better. Sterling Shepard made some plays. I'm going to have to go with Tampa Bay. I thought Tampa Bay had a bad week. They had a bad week against the Minnesota Vikings, but I do like them in this game. Next 4 o'clock game, San Francisco 49ers head to Arizona to play the Cardinals. 49ers were able to make some plays down the field. Pierre Garçon is going to be, the problem is he's going to have Patrick Peterson on him, so that's going to be tough for him. You still got Brian Hoyer. I like the Cardinals, although the Cardinals' offensive line, the tackles, trash. That's a common trend amongst many of these teams. Offensive line is trash. I like the Cardinals. Despite the offensive line being trash, I just don't feel as though the Niners have the talent. Cardinals have the talent. They just don't have a good offensive line and aging quarterback in Carson Palmer. Last of the 4 o'clock games, Oakland Raiders had to Denver to play the Broncos. The Raiders came off a really bad loss against the Redskins. They only scored 10 points. Their receivers didn't do a good job. Amari Cooper has been a disappointment. A lot of drops, man. Last year, he was one of the top guys in drops. He's dropping a lot of passes. He's getting outplayed by the older Crabtree. Running game, I think they go away from it too quick. Defensively, still some issues there. Still some issues there. But these are the games they have to win. But I'm gonna pick the Broncos. I like the Broncos running game. Trevor Siemian, he has his game. He has his games where he plays good. He's a solid quarterback. He can be, but you can see where. Yeah, here's why he's a 7th round pick. I like the Broncos though. I feel the running game, defense, which is the issue with the Raiders. Their defense is not good. And you saw the Redskins were able to move the ball quite effectively against them. So I like the Broncos at home. Tough place to play. It is a division rival, but I feel as though the Broncos is a more complete team. The Sunday night game, Indianapolis Colts head to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Seattle has the worst offensive line in football. Watch the games. Worst offensive line in football. They don't use Jimmy Graham right. I don't know what they're doing on offense. They were able to score 27 points, but Russell Wilson's right back there running for his life. If he wasn't a running quarterback, he'd probably be on the stretcher at some point. Colts, bunch of issues. Jacoby Brissett is the starting quarterback. I'm gonna go with Seattle. I just find it hard to pick the Colts, even if they did sneak by and got a win this season. I just find it really hard to pick them, so I'm gonna stick with Seattle. And the Monday night, the Washington Redskins had to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs team is good, man. They're one of the best teams in football. Alex Smith's played well. Kareem Hunt has been a beast. He's been a beast. Hill, dude is fast at that receiver position. The defense, they've had some injuries. Eric Berry is the biggest one. He's your captain. He's your guy in that secondary. It really covered a lot of space. I like the Chiefs. I think they're one of the tougher teams to stop. Once they get it going, Andy Reid's a really good coach. I like the Chiefs. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. What's your game of the week? Of course, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.